reminder, the festival runs from July 5th to the 8th at Bell Park. We added a Thursday again. And we are so excited for this year's festival. We have a really great lineup. Max will talk about later, and I think you are all going to be very excited too. So before we start, I just want to say a couple of thank yous. A huge thank you to Valerie and La Fromagerie team for having us this morning. They have a very nice spread of coffee, tea, and fruit, and some refreshments, so please help yourself. Every year we always have extra, and we don't want to bring it back to the office. So, and thank you to Sudbury.com. They're live streaming the event, so for people who are tuning in, welcome. Again, I also want to thank Guitars Alive for coming. I'm going to introduce them a little bit later. At the end of everything, they'll play a song for us again. And before we get things started, maybe I'll just run through a quick schedule. So we'll begin with a few words from our Mayor, Brian Baker, then from our presenting sponsor, TD, and then we'll get the full lineup reveal from Max, our Executive and Artistic Director. So without further ado, I would like to welcome outstanding Sudburian and great patron of the arts, His Worship Mayor Brian Baker.
Better watch out for those words, eh? Good morning, everyone. Bon monsieur, Connie, and Jay. Thank you, Max, for the invitation, and congratulations on your nomination for the Mayor's Celebration of the Arts Award. So looking forward to the decisions and the big reveal in May. But it's great to be here at another media launch for the 47th Northern Lights Festival Boréal. I'd like to acknowledge that we're gathered on the traditional territorial lands of the Robinson-Huron Treaty right here at La Fromagerie. And those lands are lands that we've traditionally shared with the people of the Atikameksheng and Anishinaabe and Wampanoag First Nations. For 47 years, this festival has showcased exceptionally talented artists from across our city, province, country, and world, and it's become a staple in our community. As Canada's oldest, continually running bilingual, Aboriginal, and multicultural outdoor folk festival, the Northern Lights Festival Boréal has grown to incorporate visual, musical, and even some magical performances from a wide variety of artists. This year's lineup is very special, no doubt, and it's a true reflection of our diverse and multicultural mosaic that we have here in Greater Sudbury. An event like Northern Lights Festival Boréal that brings so many people to our community and adds so much to our quality of life is a big part of what makes Greater Sudbury a great place to live and play. These events make us laugh, smile, open up our minds, and most importantly, they have the power to bring us all together. There's no denying the economic impacts of the arts and culture sector in our community. It's something our council is very aware of. It's job creation, it's economic spin-offs for vendors and merchandisers. The Northern Lights Festival in particular was a big contributor to the estimated 116,000 non-local participants, delegates, and spectators to the City of Greater Sudbury who visited for events last year, creating local spending spin-off of $27 million. So congratulations to Max, the team of organizers, gracious event sponsors, volunteers, performers, and fans for making Northern Lights Festival Boréal a huge success every year, and we can't wait for this year's edition and the announcements of the lineup. So merci beaucoup, Jim McQuitch. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Baker, for those kind words. We are always excited every year to bring the festival to Sudbury. I want to take a quick moment to thank Studio 123. They are the agency who has designed our poster and moving forward all the promotional artwork that you'll see. So we'll be revealing the poster a little bit later on because on the poster, of course, we have all the names, so we can't really show you quite yet. So yes, thanks again to Studio. Northern Lights is thrilled to have TD as our presenting sponsor again this year. And here to say a few words is Melanie Milton, branch manager of the TD Downtown Sudbury branch.
morning, everybody. I am proud to be back here again this year as to present our title sponsorship for the Northern Lights Festival Boréal here in Sudbury. Very happy. TD, we believe that one of the best ways we can contribute to our community is by investing in music, access to music, and music education. So TD believes in the power of music to enrich lives and in the importance of bringing live music to communities across Canada. As part of our ongoing commitment to support music in Canada, TD supports more than 80 music festivals from coast to coast annually, including prominent festivals like this one here in Sudbury. Festival Boréal has been a major promoter of Canadian music excellence, a successful collaboration of musicians, businesses, and local community. This festival is a major staple in Sudbury and something that I know our community is very proud of. As a proud and active member of Sudbury, I am very much looking forward to the announcement of this year's musical lineup. I'd like to thank Max and his team of volunteers for doing an outstanding job again, year after year. Shout out to my colleagues as well that are here as well to support Kevin Despot, who has been sitting on the board for a number of years now as well, great promoter of this festival. Thank you very much for your contributions, and I look forward to hearing again what the lineup is this year. And hope to see all of you out there in July. Thank you.
Thank you, Melanie. Okay, so now is the moment we've all been waiting for. I want to invite up Northern Lights' dedicated executive and artistic director, Max Merrifield. This is Max's second year being artistic director, and he has added some incredibly exciting artists to the festival lineup. So here to present the full roster is Max Merrifield.
Hello everybody, bonjour Annie. We're so excited to be here. Merci pour être ici. Nous sommes très excités de présenter les artistes du Festival 2018. Thanks to Izzy and to Lana for all their hard work putting together today. And thanks to the special delegates who have joined us. Mayor Brian Bigger, thank you for being here. And I want to thank our funders, of course, who provide the much needed financial lifeblood that brings the artistic vision to life and brings our community together. The Department of Canadian Heritage, Employment and Social Development Canada Summer Jobs Program, the Ontario Arts Council, and Ontario Arts Foundation. The City of Greater Sudbury, of course, and Sudbury Tourism. The Government of Ontario through the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Sport. The Ontario Media Development Corporation. Through the Ontario Music Fund, the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation, the Ontario Cultural Attractions Fund, and the SOCAN Foundation. And the fact that that list has grown a bit, it's cool. It means we're doing stuff, we have projects that people believe in, and that's why we're here today. Thanks also, of course, to our presenting sponsor, TD Bank Group. Community-minded companies such as them help keep this prized cultural tradition going each year. Thanks as well to our other sponsors and partners who are in attendance, numerous media partners and Studio 123, and if there's anyone else here that I missed, thank you. 2017 was a huge year for Northern Lights. We attracted over 11,200 total attendees, the best attendance in at least 15 years. We presented a special celebration of Indigenous artists programmed in collaboration with the Committee of Northern Ontario Indigenous Artists in a spirit of reconciliation and cross-cultural learning. We extended the festival schedule by a day. We offered more performances, more visual and installation arts, and some new flavors within the music. Our programming focus remains the same, but we explored in new ways. Music and arts that celebrate a sincere spirit of discovery, diversity, cross-cultural exchange. The programming of Northern Lights can be described as a tree that bears a variety of fruit. The roots, traditional music, roots music, the blues, the drum, are equally important and exciting as the new buds and the fruit. Indie rock, experimental, hip-hop, the more contemporary forms. It's the totality and the continuum of music as a whole that keeps our fascination and passion alive. 2018 festival is scheduled for July 5th to 8th in Sudbury's Bell Park and after hours in Sudbury's downtown. And I think it's time to show the poster. Do you want to grab that? So I want to thank Studio 123 for their beautiful work on this year's poster. This is a preliminary design with the full print poster coming out soon. This land that we live on and the wildlife and the wisdom. The greater artwork represents the urban-rural reality we live in, as well as the urban yet rural day and night reality of the festival weekend. Thanks again to Studio 123 for this beautiful work. They do amazing design and marketing and creative work. Please check them out. Thank you. Festival experience to date. The 4-day festival's back. We'll begin beginning Thursday to give more music, more magic, and more celebration. And that's a perfect place to start. Thursday's headliner will be, and we can start handing out those kits if you like, guys. Thursday's headliner will be Canadian rock and roll champs Alvvays. Since the release of their latest album, Morning Report, the 4-time Juno winners have made their debut at some of the biggest marquee festivals in the US, including Coachella. Knocking at the door, spent an unprecedented 14 weeks at #1 on the Canadian alt-rock charts, making it the most played alt-rock song in 2017. And Alvvays, the most played band of the year. I believe last time they were in town, they were opening up for the Tragically Hip at the Sudbury Arena. This spring, they released People's Champ, a bit of a change for them, an upbeat, horn-infused, politically charged anthem written to the current climate. Alvvays are one of the most passionate live rock authorities touring today, and this will be their first appearance at Northern Lights. Their show is expected to be one of the most high-energy performances of the weekend. Our headliner for Friday has already been announced, but we're so excited we just want to take a brief moment to tell you about Lisa LeBlanc, the captivating Montreal singer, guitarist, banjo player who originally hails from Rosaireville, New Brunswick, has toured for 5 years with her band, sold over 140,000 records on 2 continents. Her ability to compose rousing, heart-wrenching narratives from everyday tales of love, friendship, and heartbreak has been compared to the sharp wit of Courtney Barnett, the rambling honesty of Bob Dylan, and the high-flying sincerity of Dolly Parton. She's become internationally for her energetic explosion of a live show, complete with killer banjo chops, honest, witty lyrics in French and English, and a ton of sass. Her latest album, Why You Wanna Leave, Runaway Queen, was shortlisted for the Polaris. She's been nominated for 2 Junos and won an Indie Award for Best Singer-Songwriter. So Friday will be the wonderful Lisa LeBlanc. We've already announced Saturday's headliner, Alvvays, but I want to just take a moment to acknowledge that as well. Alvvays hit the ground running with their self-titled debut album in 2014, ended up on a lot of end-of-year best of lists. Their sophomore album, Antisocialites, builds on that momentum. They won a Juno for alternative album at the 2018 Junos, and they continue to amass fans and play stages worldwide at the major festivals. In fact, I was just listening to Sirius Radio yesterday, and they were live streaming their set at Coachella, so that gives you an idea of how far they've come as a band. Now, a bit of a new announcement. We're super, super excited to welcome back Juno Award winner and festival favorite Joel Plaskett for the first time since 2012. But it's a little different this time. He's performed at the festival before, but this year he'll be sharing the spotlight with his earliest musical influence, his father, Bill Plaskett. Bill and Joel Plaskett will headline Sunday, July 8th. In '75, Bill Plaskett moved to Nova Scotia, where Joel was born. Through much of the '80s, the family lived in the historic town of Lunenburg, a town transitioning from a fishing village to a tourist economy where Bill played in an old-time band and founded the beloved Lunenburg Folk Festival. Together, the father-son duo released Solidarity in 2017, an album expressing personal yet expressive of interconnecting themes. Listeners can expect folk-based political songs, following rockabilly, country blues, and more fully arranged folk rock songs with contemporary social documentary. And it truly is a real folk show, the Bill and Joel Plaskett show. They really take time to give us a little peek behind the music and talk about how the music was written and what it means, and that's something a folk crowd has really come to enjoy over the years. What else are we excited for? In our previous announcements, we talked about featuring some fantastic African music this year, and we have more announcements along that line. Although many Canadians may not know his name, Orlando Julius has been crucial to the invention, development, and popularization of Afro-pop, Afrobeat, and highlife music. His 1966 album, Super Afro Soul, made him a national celebrity in Nigeria, and even went so far as to influence music in the United States. The record's dramatic, highly melodic incorporation of soul, pop, and funk was very much ahead of its time, and some say it helped birth funk music later on in the US. A more recent interest in his catalog and collaborations with contemporary artists like the Heliocentric has propelled Orlando Julius into the world spotlight and onto countless festival stages. Some more great African music. From Burkina Faso comes Bonsa, blending traditional sounds and contemporary influences. He's developed and perfected his own technique on the koani, a traditional percussive two-string bass guitar that has become his trademark, sort of a distant grandfather of the banjo. His music follows a traddy modern path. He roots his compositions in the Bisa tradition while maintaining the various contemporary influences that form his musical world. Most of us probably haven't heard anything like it before, but trust me, it's going to amaze you. Now, perhaps one of the most exciting bands for me personally as a fan. As music nerds and lovers of vintage-inspired guitar rock, we couldn't Shadowy Men on a Shadowy Planet in a very rare festival performance for 2018. The band originally existed between 84 and 95. They released 3 albums and 12 singles and appeared on numerous compilations. They toured extensively through North America and the UK. They beat David Foster and Leona Boyd out of one of the 2 Junos they were nominated for, and even backed the B-52's vocalist Fred Schneider on his Just Fred album. CBC's Grant Lawrence, who, if you listen to CBC or CBC3, you know he's a bit of an authority on Canadian indie music, called them Canada's best instrumental band of all time. They're the creators of the song often referred to as Canada's second national anthem, Having an Average Weekend, the song used as a theme to the Kids in the Hall series. Their reconstituted Shadowy Men on Shadowy Planet's founding members, Brian Connolly and Don Pyle, are joined by extended family member Dallas Good of the Sadies, playing bass for the foreseeable future. Now, a few other things that we're really excited about. Have you ever seen a man beatbox through a harmonica? Probably not, but you're going to spoken word poetry you've ever heard. Well, Vancouver's C.R. Avery does just that and much more. Also, we're really excited to announce the return of Montreal's Canaille, a Sudbury-loved group adding their own distinct edge to bluegrass, Cajun, and traditional Quebecois music. Also, acclaimed singer-songwriter Julie Doiron, who has played Sudbury numerous times, unites with members of the hardcore metal band Cancer Bats to produce. So, Julie and the Wrong Guys will also appear here at Northern Lights this year. Other artists we're very excited about. Guatemalan artist Dr. Nativo combines cumbia, reggae, hip-hop, and traditional Mayan music, spirituality, and folk wisdom. Of course, Northern Lights is for all ages and for kids and families as well. We have a dedicated family area with special activities and family stage every year, and we have some real world-class family entertainers this year. And Connie Caldor, who's a famous folk artist but has won 3 Junos for her children's albums, and as well as Sudbury's Rodney Meyer and more. Of course, tons of great local acts, including Guitars Alive, Matt Foy, the Anishinaabe drumming singing group Black Bull Moose Singers, and electro-punk renegade Baby Brother. Recently we held our Meltdown competition for the festival, where emerging artists from Northern Ontario compete for their chance to play the festival. And it couldn't be more perfect. A guy who moved to Sudbury 2 weeks before the competition, perhaps, from Chiapas, Mexico, David Cordero, won in the solo category, and his music incorporates styles of Latin rock, reggae, soul, and Latin jazz, and alternative rock band The Keyframes, already becoming well known in the Sudbury music scene, won in the band category, and they're ready to take it to the next level. That didn't make it into your kits and your release, but we're really excited to announce as well, and it presents something a little different for Northern Lights. Live sample masher and hip-hop producer Fresh Kills will show us all what live mashups are, exposing us to a new art form. That pretty much sums it up. We're very, very excited, as I said, to share this news with you. And it actually is a bit of a lie. We did say final lineup announcement, but there will be 6 or 7 additional names added in the coming months. Keep your eye on social media for that. And tickets are on sale. They're everywhere, all across town. All home hardware stores in Greater Sudbury have them. Old Rock on Minto, the Townhouse Tavern, Fromagerie here, the SGA office at Laurentian, and the Farm on Main Street in North Bay all have tickets. Prices are roughly the same as when we had a 3-day festival, but now we have a 4-day festival. So the value just keeps getting better. So get your tickets in advance, save some money, and check out our website, nlfb.ca. All the artists are there. You can check out all their material. We'll have playlists coming out, Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. So you can really delve into this music and see what we're so excited about. So thank you very much, and I think we'll move into some interviews soon after some music. But I'll have Izzy come back up. Thank you, merci.
So yeah, that's it. That's almost our lineup, and we're so excited. It's going to be an amazing festival. Already people are talking about it on social media, so once you get back, share it, tell your friends, people on Sudbury.com, share it. So thank you, Max. And just a couple of things before I invite Guitars Alive back up. If you haven't gotten a press kit, we still have some extras. We also have some press kits en français if you prefer. And all of this info is now available on our website at www.nlfb.ca. You can also follow us on social media, on Instagram, just look at NLFB Festival. So yeah, now as we set up for questions and interviews and the reception, again a reminder, there's lots of refreshments, still lots of coffee, fruit, tea, whatever. Yeah, I'd like to invite Guitars Alive back up. They'll be playing as a quartet at the festival. And they're a band from Sudbury where each performer plays a different type and style of guitar. And today we have Paul Dunn, Gary DeSalle, and Tom Linklater. And yeah, thanks again for everyone who came out and for those who are tuning in on Sudbury.com. And thank you to Mayor Brian Bigger for coming and Melanie Milton from the TD branch. So thank you everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Mm-hmm.